You've been told that if you want to grow online, you need to post every single day. Instagram wants you posting on stories, TikTok wants you pumping out trends, YouTube just wants consistency, and all of a sudden you're not a business owner anymore. It seems like you're a full-time content hamster running on a wheel that never stops. But here's what no one is saying out loud. You can't outpost bad positioning. You can't out-hustle a broken strategy. And if you're burning time that makes daily content feel like a chore because it's not converting, you're not building a brand, you're just exhausting yourself. Our clients use content to generate leads without posting daily, and today I'm going to show you exactly how they do it. Hey, I'm Matt Salicio, founder of Hive Agency. We help B2B service-based business owners stop guessing and start scaling because we're building their content systems that sells for them 24/7. Not viral content, not dopamine farming videos, revenue-generating content systems. But I wasn't always here because I used to be the guy who would post daily and I thought that was the only way. I remember making Canva graphics at midnight, recording reels between calls and scrambling to find a content calendar and fill one that really felt more like a content cage. It wasn't sustainable and it wasn't even working. When I stopped chasing volume and I started building the system behind it, that's when everything really changed. Now what I do and my clients too, we come in for one shoot a month, about 2 hours. You walk in with just ready to record and you walk out with a month of content ready to build trust, authority, and generate leads. And you do that all without having to post every single day. But let's talk about what most of you are experiencing right now. Because if you're watching this, I already know you're overwhelmed. You're already wearing 14 hats within your business. You're serving clients, you're closing sales, answering DMs, you're fixing back-end issues, doing admin. And then on top of that, you're supposed to become a full-time content creator. Wake up, record, edit, caption, post, engage, repeat. That's not a life to live. It feels like you're running on a treadmill that never turns off. And guess what? When you miss a day, guilt, shame, the algorithm hates you. Your reach drops and you feel like you're starting over every single week. This is the toxic cycle that most entrepreneurs are stuck in. And here, that's what we call content chaos. And the worst part is, if you post daily, even if you're doing that, you're probably still not converting because visibility without intention is just noise. You don't need more content, you need more strategy. Now let's get real about what this is actually costing you. You're probably spending about 10 to 15 hours a week making content on a good week, but that could be time that you use to improve your offers, serve your clients, or honestly, just take a breath. But instead, you're stuck in the scroll. And what do you get for it? A few likes, maybe a few saves, but barely any leads and definitely not any sales. You're busy, but you're not booked. And if we zoom out, here's the scary part. Your competitors, the ones with weaker offers than you, the ones with less years of experience, they're getting ahead. They're getting seen, remembered, trusted, not because they're posting more, but because they're posting better. They've stopped being reactive and they started engineering. If you don't make this shift, you'll start getting lapped by people with less skills that seem to have better systems. I was like you in my first wellness startup. I knew my offer was world class. I could see though vividly that my local competitors couldn't even keep up with my product and service. I really thought it was great. I posted daily. I even launched a podcast to build more authority and drive more sales. Guess what? My first startup failed and my old competitors are still operating. If that doesn't say anything, I don't know what does. So here's how I'm doing it differently and how our clients copy and paste this into their business to rinse and repeat. Now this is where everything changes. So pay attention. At Hive, we don't believe in content for the sake of content. We believe in building a content engine that turns your brand into a 24/7 sales rep. Our clients and myself, we don't wake up wondering what to post. They wake up to content that's already filmed, scripted, edited, optimized, and scheduled, ready to go. And it all starts with authority mapping. I say this in every single one of my videos. This is the starting point. This is where you extract your genius, your story, processes, philosophy, and build it and map it into your buyer's journey. Identify what your audience is confused about. What's keeping them stuck? What do they believe before they need to buy? I know you already think you know, but really take a deep dive because you uncover a lot. Then we move into batch creation. You show up to shoot for one day, couple hours. We direct, coach, script, and do this all in your zone of genius. And we can get you 30 to 60 days of high converting content all ready to go. This eliminates like 90% of the chaos that you're used to. Then comes the social selling framework. Every video is designed to do 3 things: build trust, surface pain, and position you as the solution. We're not just creating videos that get watched. We're creating videos that make people say, this is what I've been looking for. Finally, automation. We upload, optimize, and schedule everything across every single platform that matters for your ICP. You're in there every feed, every week, and you're doing that all online while your brand is everywhere, your message is clear, your pipeline fills itself, and you can worry about whatever else you need to. That's the power of the engine as a whole. Okay, now let's take one step back. This isn't just about saving time, it's about saving your business. In 2025, visibility is non-negotiable, but the consistency is the lever. If your brand isn't showing up with clarity, authority, and repetition, you're not even in the running with your competitors because your audience is watching someone. They're learning from someone. They're buying from someone. And if it's not you, it's the person in your industry that is showing up with systemized, strategic, and consistent content. If you keep doing it the hard way, daily, unstructured, and scattered, you're going to keep burning out. You're going to keep plateauing, wondering why clients aren't converting, and why it feels like you're starting from scratch every single week. But the second you shift from guessing to systemizing, everything changes. Your audience trusts you more. You speak to their pain points better. You become the inevitable choice because you're in their face week after week. That's what happens when you get booked out. Not because you're everywhere, but because you're everywhere exactly where you need to be in front of your audience. If you're tired of scrambling, tired of guessing, tired of running your business like it's a full-time content creator job, you and I both know it's time to build the engine. Click the link below, book a call with me, and I want to audit your content. I'm going to map your message and show you exactly how you can go from feeling overwhelmed to fully booked. You'll identify what's going wrong in your current content, where the gaps are, and where you really need to focus your efforts, so you can put that into action right away. In 2025, content is the bare minimum to show up in the feeds, to show up in front of your audience. If you're not posting at all, you're losing. If you're posting but not getting results, you're in the running, but not to the extent that your competitors are. With the content systems and strategies we spoke about today, having that content system and ecosystem and engine, that's what's truly going to move the needle and build your lead list, your pipeline, and your CRM to make sure that you can continue to show up and keep that cash in the business. Book that call with me and I'll see you on there.